Your attitude is everything. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how important your attitude and having the right attitude is towards your goals in life. So I'm going to give you my own personal examples of things that I've done in my life that were terrible, and it's because of my attitude towards what I was doing. I remember when I worked in retail, I used to love working for my bosses, so my attitude was really good. And then it slowly got worse. And when it got worse was when I felt like I was working hard for my money and that my bosses should be pleased with me. And then when I would get my evaluation at the end of the year, I used to get the highest evaluation and the highest raise possible for the first probably 10 years of my career in Kmart organization, big retail organization. But then the last 3 years, it just plummeted. And in hindsight, I can look back at that and I can see why that happened. And it's because my attitude changed. So I no longer felt that I was appreciated, and I was blaming the bosses. And in reality, it wasn't the boss's fault. Okay, it was my fault because it was my outlook on everything. I was getting disgusted with the way things were being run, with the jobs they were giving us. And it was a lot of things that I wasn't hired to do. And an example would be when I worked for Kmart, I was a loss control manager. So my job was to bust thieves, catch employee theft, catch customer theft, vendor theft. Those were the things I was supposed to be doing. One of the things they piled on me was they had me going to into our deli section and taking thermometers and checking the temperatures of the meats, because if the meats were left out too long, they would spoil, so they considered it loss for the company. And I'm like, holy Christ, I'm supposed to be catching thieves, and I'm in here shoving my thermometer up a turkey's ass. And I'm like, how the hell? So I became disgruntled in here, about that, because I'm like, this is not what I signed on for. This is not what I enjoy doing, Even though they gave me that task, I should have just taken it with a grain of salt and said, hey, I can get some education on this, because they sent me, to these study classes to go and learn all about food preparation and how to keep it safe and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it was me that didn't change. It wasn't my bosses. They gave me different things to do, but you just do what you have to do. Today, it's so easy for people to think, if I don't like that job, I'm just going to up and I'm going to quit. And then they go get another job. I call them job jumpers. And if you look on applications, like I get applications for the Mosquito police all the time. And when these people come in, you can see where the job jumpers, every couple of months or every 6 months or something, they're popping jobs. They're switching jobs left and right. I don't even want those guys, because those guys are going to do the same thing to me that they've been doing all along. They can't be happy at a job. The days of working a job for 30 years is over. It's like there is no such thing. Pensions are tougher to come by. People don't seem to want to do that. There are still some that'll spend a lot of years there, but not a lot of them. The new generations today, they don't think like that. They just think the grass is always greener on the other side of the road. As soon as they get to the other side of the road, they think the grass is greener on that side of the road. So they just keep flip-flopping, and those are the kind of guys that I don't even want to look at. I don't even call them into my office because I don't want them. And I don't know how to get across to that generation. What you guys are doing turns off employers like me, because I don't want a job jumper. You know why? Because I spend a lot of time training you. That's a lot of time, and time translates into money. It costs me a lot of money to train you. Once I get you trained, I don't want you leaving me in 3 months. So that's how an employer looks at it. But, you got to decide in your life, I think. Are you going to be a good person that, does whatever's handed to you, have a good attitude, a positive attitude, and just keep driving away to your own success, to building something for yourself? Or are you going to be one of those people that just sits back and blames everybody else? So that's a question you have to ask yourself. And I hope that you guys will learn that the whole attitude starts right here. Doesn't matter what they give you to do, just do it. Do it with a smile on your face, go to work, get it done, be the best you can be. Believe me, the cream rises to the top. And what do I mean by that? I mean your workers that have a positive attitude, you're going to keep those people, and you're going to get more of them and more of them and more of them, and those guys keep rising to the top of the list. if there comes to a time when I have to lay people off because of the seasonality of the business, these guys that are up here with a great attitude, them are the last ones to go. All you complainers down here, you guys are the first ones out the door. Keep that in mind.